Yeah, I mean, it was exciting to get some more minutes and continue to try and knock down shots. Consistency is a big thing for me. I try and put in the same type of work every single day, and most shooters try and have good habits, which is what I try and do. So tonight was a good step forward.
How big is it for you to have confidence from your team and teammates that you know that every time you get the ball, it's open for you to go and shoot that?
Oh, it's huge, and I'm super grateful for them. Donovan being willing to throw me that pass in overtime with however much time was left, I'm not sure, but in transition shows a lot of trust, and glad I was able to knock that one down for him.
Chris.
Listen, where does your confidence come from in late game situations like that to be able to pull the trigger?
Just work and experience. Haven't been in that moment a lot in the NBA, obviously, but in college, I had to hit a lot of big shots, and so. But at the same time, like, just a shot for me, I didn't really think of that one as anything different than one in the first or second quarter. So that's kind of how I try to approach things.
What has your approach been, and how challenging is it to not know on a nightly basis if you're going to play, when you're going to play, how many shots you're going to get, where they're going to come from, stuff like that?
Yeah, it's definitely not easy, but I feel like, to start this season, I was in a place where no matter what the minutes were, I felt good about where I was at as a player. Had a really good camp and felt confident going into any time I stepped on the floor. So with the minutes I've had, I feel like I've been able to take advantage of them, and that's all you can do. You can't control everything. You can't control the minutes and what happens and whatnot. You just got to try and play well when you do.
Has there been someone or something that you've leaned on, like, during this stretch while you haven't been getting that?
Yeah, I mean, quite a few guys. Max has been great for me. He went through a pretty similar situation where he was on a similar contract, had a really good summer league, and so he's been great for me. The connection with our agent, obviously. George has been great for me. But then everyone, like I talked about, like having the trust of the guys to know that they have confidence in me is a huge thing for our team, and I'm certainly grateful for it.
Spencer
Davies, Cavs Insider. Is there any point when you're in this situation in the NBA that you're thinking back to, okay, I've been in this situation in the G League before, in one of these type situations?
Yeah, I think so. That's obviously the most recent big stretch of games that I've played. It feels like college was a while ago now. So the G League was huge for me because I hadn't, through my first 2 years out of college, I hadn't really played a whole lot. So it was great for me to just go out and go through those experiences. And the G League's not a perfect league player wise, but like there's a lot of great athletes. So you're taking contested threes and taking a lot of big time shots late in games and whatnot. So can certainly lean on that experience.
And then when you're looking at the way that you kind of had your way in the second half, just what was able to kind of get you going in that? Was it Jarrett being in the paint? Was it guys being able to help get you open? What was it?
Yeah, a little of everything. They Houston's obviously plays very good defense, and they switch everything so they can slow you down and get you to play a lot of one-on-one and get you stagnant. And we tried to, especially that second unit with George and Karras and those guys, we try to keep the ball moving and keep our bodies moving, and that's what's able to open up stuff for us.
Just a reminder, question, and a follow-up so everybody gets a chance. Jackson.
Jackson, flipping to right down Euclid. This time last year, you were playing down the street in the Wolstein Center. If I told you then that you'd be closing games like this and having an impact, would you have believed me?
It would depend on the day. Again, I've always felt like I was good enough. And I mean, this is just one game. Like, there's still so much more to do. But the G League it's tough. I mean, just because there's ups and downs, and you're always hoping that call's going to come. And, I had a really good season in the G League, and there'd be nights where, I had a great game and felt like something was going to happen and I was going to get a call up somewhere, and it wouldn't. And so there were certainly some difficult times, but my confidence has never wavered. And if anything, the way I played in the G League gave me more confidence that I could do this at this level.
What did you learn about yourself today?
It's a great question. I think it's just it's not necessarily confidence thing. Like I said, I've got all the confidence in the world, but there's a certain comfort that comes from playing more and more, and get an idea of what I can do and cannot get away with at this level. So I think tonight was just another step forward for me, and hopefully I can continue to just get better and continue to make steps.
Last one, Chris.
How did the water in the locker room feel?
It was cold. I had a feeling it was coming, and then I blanked out for a second, spaced out, and it was cold. But hey, we'll take it for sure.
Okay, it's gonna wrap us
All right,
up.
thank you guys.